Aha. And we made it after all. We are here. Hi, everyone. Oh, yeah, so I don't forget it. You see, I know it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Subpellucid, even if we are a few minutes late.
Subpar.
Subpellucid. We will skip the customary
Blah, blah, blah.
intro
We're
and
here.
just
We're
say
the show. Glad
blah,
you're
blah,
here.
blah. There we go. This is the show. So, I am your co-host, Daniel Glickman, and with me, the person that everybody knows as the homeless guy from social media marketing world, Chad what was it? Patafeet.
Glickman.
There we go. And with us today, we have an amazing guest. Someone who is not usually on camera, but I think her work has touched many of us within our community. One way or another, you have read something that she worked on.
Should we just bring her in?
And just bring her in. Yeah. I'm in misery here. Just bring her in. There we go. Lisa Jenkins.
This is me with my phone, making sure everything's working because it was.
Yeah, right there, Chad.
I'm gonna have to take blood pressure medication. So if somebody can send me blood pressure medication.
Maybe lay off those pork skins.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
This extra chin didn't make itself, you know.
I think that was an opening shot that is going to get some retaliation.
You know,
later. Was that a cheap shot?
This is what happens when your first choice is guests say no.
It's true. It's true. I tried to warn Chad off. I told him this wasn't a good idea, and here I am anyway. So whose fault is that?
Daniel's.
I come from a long family tradition of taking the blame for things even when we are not responsible for it.
This is why our partnership works so well.
Well, Lisa D. Jenkins is an interesting character because not only are you an introvert, there's another Lisa D. Jenkins out there, and which makes you even harder to find. And she does not look like you. But I think that might start a little trend here, or a little thing. I know a few others who have virtual doppelgangers, or what will be the term for this? When somebody else has your name.
The term is they have the same name. Oh my god.
Okay, you see,
the whole show is a nightmare. You know what? I'm moving on.
No, you getting to know all about you.
High quality TV. We're probably gonna get picked up by CBS.
This is the part where Chad sings for us, but we're not
this is the Getting to Know You song.
Getting to know you.
A guest who actually seen the show before they got here.
She's the one.
To be fair, you did kept shoving it into my inbox. That's not true.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I may or may not have done that.
Nope, you didn't. Not even once.
Oh my goodness. There's plenty of other people I'm sure I have, though.
Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we have no viewers because they're all here on the show. So, without further ado, let's get to know Lisa. Chad, why don't you start here?
Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen like that. See, we're having all kinds of technical fun here. Ay. So listen, Lisa, we understand that you're from an incredible state, and it has a term. And so we were going to ask you, what's it like living in a flyover state?
Well, I don't know. I don't don't leave my house that much. That's not true. What's a flyover state?
I don't know. Daniel wrote that question.
Oh. What's a flyover state?
Well, it's a state where, people like us who go from Boston to San Diego and back, or to LA and back, we fly over some random big empty states along the way.
He's
And the
saying
pilot
nobody
might
goes
say,
there.
"Take a look down. Take a look down. You might see some interesting rock formations."
Got it. Actually, that
Yeah.
is something you would hear in Idaho because we do have Hell's Canyon, which is the United States' deepest river gorge. We are deeper than the Grand Canyon here. We also have the most contiguous mileage of rivers in our wilderness. We have over 100,000 miles of river in Idaho. And for like almost 5 million acres of public, wild, scenic land.
Okay,
beautiful here.
I have to know. But that much river, I know you've been on them. Have you ever been on there and started singing Pocahontas around the river bend?
Yeah. Hi, Chad. Lisa Jenkins. Have we met?
Oh, I would have been incredibly disappointed if you said no.
Yeah, I sang that on a trip we did down the Grand Ronde, actually.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I do it in the shower because that's as much river as we have nearby. So
I sing all the time. I just don't care. I'll just bust out singing.
speaking of songs, Daniel had an
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. I know of some songs you would never sing, and those are songs by Air Supply.
This is a true story. I am all out of love for Air Supply. Not a huge fan. Before I came to the world of consulting and social media marketing, I was responsible for producing concerts. And one of the concerts that we produced was Air Supply. And they were pretty jerky. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of plenty others that we worked with, but yep, not Air Supply. I would rather stab myself in the leg with a plastic spork than see them again.
What? That's interesting. So not a
Spork.
spoon or a plastic knife, but a spork. Why a spork specifically?
Because it will just shatter everywhere. There's so many pieces parts to it.
I thought that's something you do in Idaho, like you just use sporks.
Home of the
Nope.
spork.
I don't know, spork. Yeah, spork.
Right.
So what did they do that they pissed you off so much?
Well, I had worked with a friend of mine who had she worked at a preschool, and we needed a full crew down from Spokane, and so one of the vans that we used was for her preschool. And we said, hey, guys, here's the deal. We get it. You're going to do what you're going to do. But this one particular van, we would very much like to request that you not smoke anything in here. And they were like,
You didn't
oh,
want to mess
yeah,
up
yeah,
their air
great.
supply.
Yeah, yeah. And also the air supply of 12 toddlers that would be back in the van in, 2 days. And they legit just ignored us. Yeah, my driver called me and he's like, okay, so here's what's happening in the van and I don't know what to do. Well, not a whole lot you can do. So it started there, and then it was just ridiculous backstage requests and writers, and then all the stuff that they were. And I mean, I've dealt with several bands. I get it. The writer thing is funny, and they put stuff in there just to see if you will. But they came on site and requested things, which we bent over backwards to provide. They then didn't even touch it. At one point, oh my gosh, one guy goes off stage, and the guy that plays keyboards launches into some insane 47-minute solo performance of melding with the stars and becoming one with the universe. It was crazy town.
Is it? I'm not sure of the name. Is it Ragor?
I don't know.
They
I
can't
don't
answer me
care.
and tell me, but they said that they go to the gas station for their air supply when they have a flat tire.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be a much better choice for sure.
And Fiona
Yeah.
Lucas seems a little upset at you for your non-love for air supply.
Well,
Oh,
if
you just didn't
she
get a pun. Come on.
if she wants to if she wants to come relive that experience for me, I'm happy to possibly listen to her about that, but I am telling you, it was terrible. They were the worst band I ever worked with, ever. And I picked out light brown M&Ms out of like 5 pounds of M&Ms for Van Halen once. Like,
Wait, so that Van Halen story about the brown M&Ms is a true story? They actually have that clause in their contract.
well, they did. I mean, I
Wow,
was
they
living in
did.
Vegas at the time, but they did, yeah.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's like a big deal. I always put a little M&M clause in all my contracts. Not specifically M&Ms, but some kind of crazy clause to see, and nobody ever reads it. But
Oh
it's
man,
amazing.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
Yep.
goodness.
we're all
So
out of love.
no,
Oh wow.
But
no.
Well,
yeah,
let's move on from
whatever.
from music and talk a little bit about TV. And I understand
Yeah.
you prefer British television to American television, but you make an
Mhm.
exception. I heard for one kind of specific cartoon.
Which one? I watch a lot of cartoons.
I was told Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah, I do. I own all the Looney Tunes. Like I have, so I just like play them in the background all the time. But yes, I do love Looney Tunes.
Hmm.
Yep,
So
it's a true story.
how come they're the only ones that made the cut as far as the British versus American TV, and how come British versus American TV?
Okay, well, I am a huge nerd, and when I was about 7 or 8, this is a true story, I would wait for everyone in my house to go to bed, and then I would sneak downstairs and I would turn on public television because our PBS station at that time of night would be running like Are You Being Served or Allo Allo or Faulty Towers. And so I would sneak down and I kind of grew up on British television. I think their humor is funnier. I love that they will write a show, and then when the show has had its run, they don't keep going with just tired, sad, Fonzie jumping the shark storylines. They will just end the show. Okay, well, that's what happened here. Moving on. We'll have a new show next week. I love that about it.
I'm just psyched that I finally found somebody that grew up on the same TV shows that I did. That's like, wow, Allo Allo and Are You Being Served? The best shows ever.
With
Yeah.
the Madonna.
Not Madonna with the big, well, you know what. So,
I do. I wasn't going to say it because this isn't my show. So
Today, this is your show. We are just here. The show is all about you. Now, when you're watching TV, it's always important to have something to eat. Daniel, what's something you
Yeah.
be a
Oh, I know what I would never eat. The worst food in the entire world is known to be Marmite. British, I believe, in origin. It's still a thing there.
it is.
It is, yeah, and I happen to know that actually is something we do not have in common because you like Marmite.
I do. I love it.
So what's the craziest thing you've had Marmite with?
I don't think there's anything crazy I have it with. I love it on
Like,
buttered toast with sliced tomatoes. I've used it to make a savory sauce for spaghetti noodles. I just put it in water and then drink it. I love Marmite.
so for those who don't know what Marmite tastes like, how would you describe it?
It is a very strong, salty, savory, almost meaty flavor. A little bit malty, maybe.
She likes her Marmite
Yeah.
like she likes her men.
It's true, I do.
That's a quote from the movie Airplane. Yeah.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
Rigor says he doesn't
Only
even know
the
how to
best
spell
ever.
Marmite, and from what he
Yeah.
sent in the messages, he is absolutely correct.
What did he say?
He says he doesn't even know how to spell that word, Marmite, and he's correct. He does not.
I love how he did spell it. Marmite. Okay. Well,
Marmite's great.
Marmite. Agree to disagree, and we will move on. It is. I would use it. I would describe it as something that you use as a punishment for your kids when they if they say, "I'm not hungry," you'd say, "Well, you don't eat enough healthy food. You have to eat some of this stuff," and then they will say,
You
"Oh
can't do
yeah, okay,
castor
I'll eat the
oil
broccoli."
because you probably get in trouble, if you use castor oil these days. So they create
Exactly.
Marmite.
See, and I think the worst food might be haggis. Ugh.
Okay, yeah, I got to give you that one.
Yeah, but but haggis does have a good story to it, so that's
It
yeah,
does.
yeah,
It does.
that's yeah. It's like okay,
Oh, Fiona,
so I
Fiona
think
Lucas. Whoa, whoa. Slow down. Easy there. Marmite sucks. Vegemite
She's a
rules.
Vegemite girl, isn't she?
Vegemite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Because
that's
she's from
thick.
down under.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from down under, so that makes sense.
Wow, we just might have had
And I've
a
actually
battle.
I've actually never tried Vegemite. So I don't know what it tastes like. I can't say that one is better than the
It's
other.
veg veg
We'll have to have you both on
mite
sometime and do a live tasting.
taste.
I would do that.
Oh, I know you would. And I'd watch.
I think my face
I
is
think it's
frozen.
time to move on.
All right. Well, tell you what, Daniel, last week Daniel quizzed our guest on things that they should know because of who they are, where they're from, what they do, and he wanted to do that again. So Daniel, I made something
No.
for you. Hold on.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I love this. What is that?
Ooh.
Close Encounters? Nope, that's Independence Day. No, it's got a little bit of a yeah. I like that 360 stage.
It's it's not the inside
The
of
TARDIS.
the
Yeah,
Doctor Who
it's not
box. Yeah, it's not the
not the
TARDIS.
11th Doctor. No, it's not. Okay, so in here we wanted to find out. Do you how you grew up in Idaho, right? You're from Idaho, and you grew up there, or did you move there?
No, no. I was born in Idaho. I lived in a small town in Washington State until I was 10, and then I grew up in Las Vegas,
Okay,
a little town outside of Las Vegas
Boulder
called
City.
Boulder City.
Fantastic. Okay, so so this makes it even more perfect because we wanted to find out how much of an Idahoan, Idahoite. What do you call somebody who comes from Idaho?
And
Idahan?
Lisa.
Lisa. Okay.
It's Idahoan.
Idahoan. There you go. Yeah, sounds simple when you say it. So we wanted to find out how much of an Idahoan are you? Um, Chad,
Oh boy.
do we have these? So we have some terms, right? And we wanted to see if you knew what they mean. So these are things that supposedly only Idahoans know. In fact, yeah. So I bleed blue.
I bleed blue. Well, that could be a couple of things. I bleed the Broncos, but it could also be the Dodgers. There are people here in Idaho who root for the Dodgers. But
Yep.
you probably want me to say Broncos, right?
According to we wouldn't know because it's just for us it's just a flyover state. Yeah, it's a Boise State. Yeah, Boise State. Blue
That's
turf.
the Broncos. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's blue turf and it's not awesome. Funny. Well, it's just it causes a lot of problems with waterfowl environmentally.
We never knew that.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. Move on. So according to a website, this is something that people in Boise, which it claims is the most boring city in the entire United States, this is something that they would say. So, yeah. So this is something apparently is said by Idahoans. And what does this mean? Jockey box.
Jockey
Yeah.
box? That's like a glove compartment in your car.
Hmm. So indeed, the website
That's
was
what that is.
correct. I love that. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, next one we've got. This is going to be an interesting one. I think
Did you?
we've lost her.
There I am.
There she is. She's with us. Yeah, our producer Chuck is busy on the keyboard and the shortcuts, and yeah, Chuck, the guy, Chuck. He's our producer. Well, whenever things don't go well, I blame Chuck.
I
Okay,
I don't know what that is.
I love this one because I have no clue how the heck did anybody come up with this. So this is according to a website. This refers to a person from Utah, carrot slapper. So what did they slap? What do you think they slapped with a carrot in Utah?
Carrot slapper. I
Brilliant.
I haven't either. I mean, I think of Utah and I think of, funeral potatoes and green jello and
Wait, you're from Idaho.
yeah, I
You're
am.
from Idaho, and when you think of Utah, you think of potatoes. I
No, no,
love
no,
that.
no. It's funeral potatoes. It's a
Funeral.
dish.
Ah,
Yeah.
funeral potatoes. Yeah.
Also, point of discussion. I am upset that Idaho is known for potatoes. I think it's ridiculous because we are a state where this beautiful stone, this garnet is found, and they were like, "Oh yeah, potatoes. That's what we'll do."
Yeah, you should be known for stones.
Possibly. I don't know. I spend more time in the wilderness than I do on farmland.
They don't.
The potato drop. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Instead of having for the guy who put it together because his mother's dying wish was to see the potato drop for New Year's Eve, and that part of it is wonderful and sweet and kind. But man, we have star garnets. Why are we watching a potato drop?
Hmm. It is weird. Chad, Bella is saying that she can't hear you. Well, I think Chad is frozen. Good.
Oh, well, I know people go out and use them for target practice, which is not very cool.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
cool. It's not cool. And
they're
do you know
like
what they're called in other places other than Idaho?
well, in places other than Idaho, they can be called ground chucks, rock chucks.
Prairie dog, maybe?
Um, I've never heard them called prairie dogs. Like prairie dogs are prairie dogs. I've never heard them called whistle pigs. Do
Hmm.
we have prairie dogs here in Idaho? I don't know.
I don't know.
I would know. I've never seen a whistle pig.
Oh, well, there you
So,
go.
And
yeah.
Bella, thank you. This was a new scene that we created in the show, so my audio wasn't going in, but it is now. My camera's frozen, but this is for some reason like just the show of. You know what? It's because Halloween is almost here.
Yeah, there you go. Halloween. It's a special effect.
Well, that's
I
not
try.
supposed to say fry sauce.
No, that says fry sauce. Holy Hannah, that's a thing I say.
Wait. Yeah, fry sauce.
Fry
Okay,
sauce.
so fry sauce. And what is fry sauce? And what do
Uh,
you put it on?
uh, shoes.
Shoes.
Fry sauce. Fry sauce started as a condiment from the Arctic Circle, and I believe it was sour cream and ketchup and mayonnaise with, I don't know, a few random things thrown in there. But now, most places in Idaho serve their version of fry sauce. So, like Sharp's Burger Ranch up in Lewiston has their version that they sell. You can order it from all over the United States. I have a version in my fridge. Um, it's just like a mix of ketchup and mayonnaise and sour cream, maybe a little Worcestershire sauce, and I don't know, salt and pepper. It's delicious.
And you use it for you mostly are fries, right? And just stuff like that.
Fries
Anything fried. Yeah.
or bite size or what else have I put?
Freddy's has kind of made it popular of late.
Yeah.
Freddy's. What's a Freddy's?
It's a burger joint. It's a chain, kind of Midwest. I think they're out of Wichita, Kansas, actually.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You guys can't see what Chad is doing. It's hysterical. He's like whizzing through like a gazillion windows and settings
Oh, yeah,
there,
because
and he's got all of these
screen, not the
gauges
actual
up and
live.
down.
Yes,
Yeah,
Chad
we see.
is trying to figure out
We can see
why
it.
everything is just going to hell in a handbasket right now.
It's amazing. It's like a cockpit there. He's got like, you know how the pilots have all of these
It
like
does.
flashing lights and stuff? Chad's got that. It's insane.
Yeah.
So fried
Apparently
sauce
it's all
isn't-
for
yeah.
show because it's not doing anything.
It's like the Star Trek flashing lights, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we talked about fry sauce, and where are we? Oh, Holy Hannah! Holy Hannah!
I said that to you earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just the thing I say.
Just a thing you say, and in what kind of situations?
In situations where one might say, wow, or oh my gosh, you can say also holy Hannah, or holy cats, or holy Batman.
Holy cats. Holy Batman, I get that one.
Yeah.
But so Hannah's not anything specific, or?
No, just a name.
Yeah, why Hannah? Just because it's H. It begins with an H.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I like alliteration.
What about fetch?
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
I knew you'd go for that. Yeah.
Daniel, you know what that's from?
Well, according to a website, it means you'd use it as in go fetch yourself.
No, she said stop trying to make fetch happen.
Oh, of course I know where that's from. Come on.
What's it
Everybody
from?
knows where that's from.
Oh yeah, what?
Oh, you're putting me in a spot now?
Yeah,
You think you haven't watched Mean Girls like a million times?
Okay, I was wondering if I was going to say you don't even go here, but that's okay. You know, I had never seen that movie till I got married to Lainey, and like she loved it, and so I finally watched it, and yeah,
That happened.
that happened.
That happened. Yeah.
All right, well, let's you know what? We've put through people a lot. I think maybe let's just go to it. We'll just spend a little time here and then.
Oh, it's a Swami.
It's a guru.
Oh, no.
And guess who's the guru? Yeah.
The guru is Chris Rubio from Rubio Lawn Snacking. That's who the guru is. You're welcome, Chris.
Nice. You know what? We just really just here just real quick, and then we'll move on from this segment because whatever. Because that's just how we do it here. But we did want to know what it was like, a day in the life of director of editorial content or whatever at Social Media Examiner. What that's like for you.
It's great. I love my job. I get to do a lot of different things. I get to make great content even better. I get to...
You can have a heyday with this show.
I get to work with words, which I love. I am a huge fan of literature and the written word. I also get to deal with a lot of analytics and data analysis, which I also love. And I have a great team. I love my job. It's a great job.
I mean, I think that says it all. I mean, that's it. This seems like a really good time to just give everybody a break.
Cool.
I think Chad is like on the verge
Chad
of
just-
collapse. He's just wants to race through the rest of the show. It's just like, I just want to before it all breaks.
I tried to tell you, Chad.
Where's Chad? How come he didn't come back?
He and Chuck are hanging out in the green room.
Oh my goodness!
He's
gracious.
beating Chuck up now.
This is.
Don't be mean to Chuck.
Oh well. let's just. Yeah. All right. So welcome
Okay.
back. For those of you who missed the first part of the show, congratulations.
Yeah.
You chose wisely. You could go back later
Yeah.
and watch the replay, but hey,
Maybe don't.
There's paint to watch dry.
Well, the good thing is we've had 100% retention on our viewership.
Yeah, that's
Lisa
because
is
I'm watching
still
it
here
on my
with
phone.
us.
I'm watching it on my phone. It's still there. So,
You know, in every single episode until today, and we still got a few more minutes here to find out whether it'll happen or not. Our guest has gotten up and walked away in the middle of the show, and that's first. They've always come back, so that was a good thing.
Well,
But good. I happen to know Lisa's chair is extremely comfortable, so she's going to hang out there.
I remember when she got the chair. So that was a big deal. So, folks,
too.
we were trying out some new tech and some new configurations to try to make some things work better.
Did it work better?
Obviously, we didn't figure those out. So, you know what? Let's just move on to this. Honestly, this next this section is probably makes more sense for me to have to do today.
Our favorite segment. Yeah.
Explain this. Absolutely can't.
And this is the segment which effectively everybody waits for. This is why they come to watch our show.
That's why they
this
suffer
part
through
here.
all the other stuff we just did.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like putting the good stuff, the ice cream, in the back of the grocery store, or something. By the way, folks, you know, if
You're
you'd
going
like,
to the wrong grocery store.
if you'd like us to help you produce your show, watch last week's episode before you make up your mind. So.
Did you notice that? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Lisa.
Let's get to it.
We're just going to pull up a few photos. We just kind of went through your social media and pried into your private life and probably did some things that were illegal. But we just pulled up some photos that we found intriguing and thought there was probably a story behind. So we're just going to pull them up and let you tell us about it.
Oh, that's my birthday. That's my birthday. This is the birthday right after we came home from traveling Europe. And this is a bar in Boise called Space Bar. And they have like old analog game cabinets and pinball machines, and they do tabletop games, and they have a whole bunch of different game systems set up, so you can just go in there and game and drink beer. And the cool thing is back behind the counter they have a first edition of Ready Player One. That they let people touch it, Daniel. I have a picture of me. They'll just hand you the book.
Part of me wants to say that Daniel just went, oh, because he sensed your excitement and doesn't really know what that is.
He knows what a first edition book is.
And of course, I know what Ready Player One is. Although I have to admit, I haven't read the book, which when I have a real FOMO about not reading the book when I was younger.
Oh, it's a great book. The fact that they have a first edition book that they will just like hand to you across the bar is ridiculous. And so the same day I realized what it was, and I said, "Hey, can I take a look at that?" And she's like, "Oh, sure." And she just like throws it back. And I open it up, and I'm like, this is a first edition, and you should probably not let anybody touch this ever again. Yep, they don't care. They're just like, look at the book. We don't care. Touch it all you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, and then, of course,
It is.
you're a big video gamer, and isn't beer also considered vegan?
Yes. Well played.
Yeah, I love the name Space Bar. I think it's super cool. I would go to Boise, Idaho, just to see that place.
It's a great place. It really is. I really enjoy it there. Oh, this is on Loch Ness, and those are Highland Coos.
That's an area of the world that I would really like to go and see.
Unbelievably beautiful. Just took my breath away. Yep, wow. Scotland is... I really thought that Ireland was going to be the prettiest place that I had ever seen, but Scotland just blew me away.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. This is Chris Covernoose.
Yeah, I just
And
put this one in there so we had a reason to tag Chris later. But
there you
now
go.
I'm like, I don't know if I want him to see this.
Yeah, well, it's still too late. You can't unring that bell. Um, yeah, this is Chris. He was speaking at Social Media Day UK in London, and I am I love his work and his stuff, and he had a really great presentation. And I just wanted to say hello because I am a huge fan.
Yeah,
Nobody
go ahead.
nobody knows really what I'm a fan of because I am a professional lurker. I am just awesome at professionally lurking, but I watch a lot of people and a lot of content, and he is
You don't just
I
professionally lurk though. You lurk and then you find people who need things and have things going on, and you surprise them with all kinds of things in the mail, and just make them feel special. And you're absolutely one of the kindest people I know. So
Oh, well, thank you.
so
I think probably your wife is kinder than I am,
I said
but
one of. I didn't say the kindest.
okay, fair enough. Just
And,
saying.
but yeah,
So, but I'm also a big fan of Chris. When I first got kind of going in the game, he ran a contest on Snapchat, and I deserved to win because my idea was the best, and I didn't. And so I
But
called
you
him.
didn't.
I called him out on it, and he said that I made him laugh, so he sent me the prize anyway. And then he shouted me out to his followers, and that's how I started to meet people in the industry.
Really?
Yeah. So without him, this incredible show that you're watching right now probably would never have happened.
So what you're saying is it's all Chris's fault.
It's Chris's fault. So write him the emails.
All right, good to know.
wait. I need to ask you. Wait, Chad. Don't put the next thing yet. I need to ask you. You said you're a professional lurker. Now we all know why people lurk. The motivation behind that. Let's not get into it. But you say it with pride, and so I wonder what is this? What does that allow you to achieve in life? Like it's like it's kind of a skill, right? It's a power you've got. What does it give? What's the benefit of
It
being a
lets
good
me
lurker?
see people really who they are without regard to who's in the room watching at the time. You get a much more clear view of how people treat others around them who can or cannot do things for them. I think it's a better way to learn about people.
Do you not trust people?
That's not what I said. I said it's a better way to learn about people.
Yes. Nice. Okay, let's go to the next one, Chad.
These are the moments where I'm like, I'm glad I have the ability to just go.
Okay. I said, well, trap it. She did not take a bait. So we are good. Let's go on.
Where are we
I'm
here?
a thinker. Oh man, that is Tintagel. That is Tintagel in oh gosh, that was such a great day. Uh, my husband took me to Tintagel and I got to walk around and just, I mean, there were Iron Age settlements and castles. You know, the walls of Tintagel are still mostly there. There was a church that was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old, where the altar stone was pretty much, it was just an altar stone in what would have been a wall. You could kind of almost see where the walls would have been. And I just sat down and watched the waves. And it was a great day. And I think everybody should be able to go there and do that.
Yeah, we usually pull up pictures and stuff, and Daniel's probably like, "Why did you grab this photo, Chad?" Because we usually grab stuff, it's funny, or like, "Oh, funny story, got to be something." But I couldn't resist. I saw it and it was like, I want to go there. I want to be there.
You should. It's a wonderful, wonderful place.
Wow.
Although now they have a bridge you have to walk across. When I went, they still had all the stairs. You had to walk down one side of the canyon and back up the other. And now they have a bridge that spans the chasm.
Where's this?
Oh, that's at the what's it called? It is at the very far end of Cornwall, and it is an amphitheater built quite literally on the face of a canyon, and a woman and her gardener, groundsman, hand created the entire thing. And this is the night we went and saw Richard the First Part 4. And at intermission, the mist came up the canyon and just like came all over the stage. Like they flooded it with fog machines, but it was actual fog from the sea, Chad. It was amazing.
Wow.
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 I have to look. Hold. I have to. What is that called? It's the.
Chuck.
Keep going.
It's called Chuck.
No, it's called theater.
I don't know. I just the seat, the bench, whatever it is that you were sitting on. Just like, okay, this place is. There's something neat about this.
There is, and my husband and I had seen the story about 4 years ago, and I said someday I want to go watch a play there. And so when we were traveling Europe, we did.
That's what's been neat is like going through and looking at things you've done and places you've been. It's just a lot of history, a lot of culture, a lot of just refinement and just things.
Oh no! Yes.
She's like, oh no, I know he's leading up to something.
Yeah, hold on. I'm waiting for my. Okay, I'm going to drop the name of that theater in the comments when we're done here because it's a really, really cool theater. And if you ever get to that part of the world, it is absolutely worth a visit. This is me recovering from social media marketing world, actually, is what this is. Every year after social media marketing world, I go up and I visit my brother-in-law. And we go to Disneyland and Universal Studios, and we go have Mexican food at El Coyote. And this is on the way into Disneyland in what I think they call it Downtown Disney. Mm-hmm. And this is in the Lego store. And that is the Hulk.
Yeah, no, I figured that part out myself.
Yeah.
I'm rather cultured as well.
Good job.
Oh.
Same day, I'm eating a pickle.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep, it was a great pickle. It was so good. And so my brother-in-law Joey and when I got divorced, I got to keep my brother-in-law and my brother's cousin, right? Like I got rid of my ex-husband and then I got to keep that part of my family. And so my ex-husband's cousin, a friend of his, it was either his boyfriend or a friend of his at the time, I can't remember, loves pickles. Like just has this crazy thing with pickles of all sorts. And so we sent him a picture of me eating a pickle because he couldn't come to Disneyland with us that day. Because we're givers like that.
Lovely.
Pickles are the best. Pickles are awesome. Ooh. This is good. Well, this is fermentation.
That is butterbeer. And this is the first time I ever got to go to Harry Potter Land at Universal Studios. And so I was drinking butterbeer and you could see my wand. And the cool thing is I got the really special one. So when you walk around the land, if you stand in a certain spot, you make a specific shape with your wand. Like you describe a certain pattern that is demonstrated for you in a brass tablet at the bottom, and then something magical happens around you. It's very cool.
Harry Potter World, that's a little special for me too. My kids grew up with the books. In fact, when the last book came out, we had 3 copies in the house, so that everybody could read it, because otherwise it'd been like, hey, I want to read it. When I guess my daughter was 15, that Christmas we surprised the kids with a trip to Harry Potter World, because they were hardcore. I mean, they knew what house they were, and they had robes, and they were hardcore, still are.
Ravenclaw.
And we surprised them with that. And I've got video somewhere. My daughter, when we got to the park, and she ran into the corner and she saw the town. And I looked at her, and she was just staring, and she was sobbing. And I asked her why, and she said, my whole life, my whole childhood, I imagined this place. I imagined this place, and it felt for her like she was really there, and it was just like I got all choked up, and I'm like, oh, it was just a neat time. So
Yeah, man. I'm that person. Like I go all in at any theme park I'm in. That's what I'm there for. You will not find me being ridiculous and being like, "Oh, that's dumb. I'm not going to go do that." I will do all the things. All the things.
Daniel was curious about this one.
This is one of my quarantine purchases and I regret nothing. Did you get to hear it when it played?
Yes, I could.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you turn it on, the LED lights come on and then the Godzilla theme plays and then it starts to shoot out mist because it's a humidifier. Did I need a humidifier? No. Do I care? Also no.
It was, yeah. It's one of those things that if you hadn't put in the captions that it was a humidifier, we would have never known. And clearly you don't buy that because it's a humidifier.
No.
That was just an extra perk, an extra bonus.
Although my granddaughter was here a few weeks ago and she needed a humidifier, and guess who pulled through in flying colors? Me.
Is there a humidifier in the house? Yeah.
I feel like your kid would be like, I need the humidifier, but I'm going to need you to leave the light on too.
Well, yeah.
Emergency.
One more.
Yes.
Oh, he just.
I was curious about this.
He just liked the photo
on right there.
That's just that is just a headshot, and I hear a lot when I had that headshot up a lot. Barry Feldman actually started telling me that I looked like oh my gosh, the chick that did 30 Rock. She's so
30 Rock,
funny.
yeah, exactly. That's the same style, yeah. And
Yeah.
I just blanked on it. And I was going to say, Chad just put it there because it reminded him of her.
It's Amy
But
Poehler
no.
and
Yeah. No
that
stress.
chick.
That chick.
I just thought it was a different look than I'm used to seeing Lisa, and I thought, well,
It
have her
is. Well,
explain
that was
What's
that
her
was-
name now?
that was 13 years ago.
Oh yeah, we dig deep. We go way back.
Tina Fey. There we go.
That's her.
Tina
Yes.
Fey. That's her.
Yes.
Tina Fey. Very Tina Fey-ish. Who's probably one of the most awesome actresses and comedians.
I adore
Ever.
her. Her writing is fantastic.
Yeah, she's a great writer and just seems like an awesome human being too. Tina
Agreed.
Fey.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, for anyone who's still with us, the pain's almost over. We just have a couple short segments left, and yeah. I got nothing.
You got I was just gonna let that sit there and just like let Chad let's see how Chad deals with that awkward silence, but he handled it. So 30-second marketing genius. Lisa,
I'm Chad, I told you, I'm not a marketer.
I told you. She told me that.
But you are a genius.
And I said it's not a marketing show, and it's not. We just have a segment that we call the 30-second marketer.
All right.
How about we call this the 30-second on the spot marketer? We'll call it like that for you.
The 30-second marketer for non-marketers.
What am I selling?
You're selling a campaign. How about it, Chad? Chad, you
Okay.
tell us.
All right. So this is we want you to tell us what your marketing plan would be to help put together a campaign to gather support to force Frito-Lay to bring back good Cracker Jack toys.
That was a pretty good letter, though, wasn't it? Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Go.
Folks, there's a problem. The problem today is that there are many children who haven't had the extreme joy of opening a box of Cracker Jacks and finding to their horror, a tattoo that will only halfway adhere to their skin, or a compass that is designed to get them 100% lost. We need to bring those prizes back, people.
And you say you're not a marketer.
I believe in good Cracker Jack prizes.
I have to give her the I mean,
Well
done.
Perfect 10.
Yeah,
Perfect 10.
that's the best score anybody has ever gotten on this show.
Now, Daniel, I feel like that's not true.
It is the best score anyone's gotten on here.
Yeah,
There's other people who've gotten it, but
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
In fact, you could argue there's some that got 10 out of 1,000, some got 10 out of 100. You got 10, which makes it the highest score. So
I'll take it.
you
go.
You did a little. Now, folks, if you need to go to Lisa's Facebook page if you're friends with her and find the note she wrote, because she did a much more toned down, nicer version, because there was no choking and Heimlich maneuvers and other things mentioned in her.
I sent that letter to them, and I didn't get any response. Can you imagine?
It was fun watching it just suddenly hit in your head. Wait a minute. Why? Wait a minute.
The only place big brands respond to you nowadays are either on Twitter or TikTok. If it's on TikTok, they might even buy you a new truck or something.
Hey, that happened in Idaho. That was ocean spray.
That's right. Yeah,
Yep.
that was an Idaho story. Yeah,
Stick
the
that
guy
in your boring
tweeted.
state thing there, Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
see
can-
your
you can
boring
become
state,
sick-
and I raise you Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yes.
Right. To this day,
yeah.
Pedro still offers me his protection.
Pedro's a good man.
Well,
Oh,
Well-
thank God, we're about to do the last segment.
yeah. I'm eager to get past the last one, where we can finally go to have a drink.
So, Lisa, normally we have people on here, and this is their chance. We call it the 60-second chance to just kind of plug themselves, their business, what they, blah, 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 where to find them. I get it. That may not interest you, but if I also know that you're big on helping others and people. Whatever message you want to deliver to the world, because the world is listening right now, and by the world I mean at least 3 people. This is your chance to reach and move them. So I'm gonna open the elevator and let
Yep.
you in. If you're lucky,
Yeah.
you'll get stuck and you won't have to come back out.
Yeah.
But here we
Just
go.
so you know,
And
Just so you know, Lisa,
Oh.
before you hit the button, Lisa, just FYI, the show notes actually say elevator opens, elevator closes, elevator goes, timer starts. We actually are detailed and organized. So
that was from like the
Chad is
very
following
first time we did this because we were planning it all out.
I love it.
Chad is very following the instructions here. Unlike what some people say, he is following the script.
Yep. So even all this stuff that made it look like it was going on, that was all written in.
By higher
Sure.
force. Okay.
Okay. So now that we're gonna kick Daniel out of the elevator, it's your turn. Ready? Here we go. Ding.
Gosh. Okay. So, I got nothing to say, Chad. I told you I'm not that interesting. If anybody wants to know about writing for Social Media Examiner, you can hit me up pretty much anywhere on Twitter or Facebook, or you can email me at lisa@socialmediaexaminer.com. If you know of anybody who needs help, I am blessed to have more than I need right now, and I am happy to share that with people who need anything, be that bills or groceries or just a little happy delivered in the mail. I guess I just want to leave people with a request that you treat everyone you meet every day with just a little bit of kindness, because the world has a lot of ick in it right now. And if we are just nicer to one person, that can make a huge change.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. That was my favorite by far.
Yeah.
So All right. Well, I'm frozen again. It's like I don't know what is going on today. But obviously some of the new little tweaks we made are not agreeing with everything. But
Hey, but that is part of our goal. Our goal is to stretch the limits of technology and figure out all kinds of cool things we can do. And if you haven't noticed, we do really strange things here. Some of them intentional, some of them not. Some of them design-wise, some of them we call design, but they're not. And we do all these things. So that's part of the fun of it, and we take you along the experience with us.
And isn't that part of live video? That's part of the magic, right? You get to see what
No,
happens.
that's part of marketing. Your bloopers is a strength. But
that was a nice little spin of Daniel to put on that, make me feel better. The theater, guy in me, production whatever guy in me is like just losing his mind right now. The stage director just going ah. But
it's fine.
It's like
it's
live
fine.
theater,
That's right.
Stuff happens.
Yep. If a flat falls in the middle of an act, you just walk over it.
Well, let's pray to God that doesn't happen while we're doing this. It's like
Fair point.
Wall fall down on Daniel. But that being said,
bring
Lisa,
it on. I can handle it.
We sure are glad you came and hung out with us. We hope you had fun.
I did. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun to come and talk to you, and I got to hear Daniel sing, and he has a lovely singing voice, and I got to watch you be harried and concerned, and that was also fun for me.
I've never seen him concerned about anything.
Not Daniel, you.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Daniel, you got anything?
If I got it, well, I'd like to. You already thanked Lisa, and I wanted to thank Lisa also for really braving it and coming out in the open here with us and taking the risk of doing the show. It's we know it's not a trivial thing. It's not your standard show, and we really appreciate it. So if there's anybody out there that is fearful of coming in and with us, if Lisa can do it, think of yourself. What would Lisa do? How about that?
Maybe not use me as a bar. No, that's I've made some very poor life choices in the past.
Okay,
and I don't take myself very seriously, so
now we should have opened with that. Like that would have been in the getting to know you. We should have started with how about we talk about that during the closing credits when nobody else can hear.
We just made her bad choices she's made list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I think that's what she was saying. So see you all next week. We're going to have some more interesting guests with us that you might get to know in ways you never expected, or maybe in ways they never expected. Hopefully both.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have those lined up yet, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's thank our sponsors before we lose them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
You might like these, Lisa, our sponsors. I put a little thought into these.
Hey, Spud. Nice
hey, Spud.
Dating for residents of Idaho.
Yep.
The eyes have it. That's terrible. Reach more people searching for your taters.
Oh. Ay.
Vegan.
This was the...
That's nice.
Yeah.
Like that. And something that starts with an N. It's like, I couldn't, it's like, I'm tired.
Oh, we didn't mention your favorite word in the whole universe. We should have put it here.
Oh, Lord. That's right.
Chad said it's inappropriate. He was afraid of putting it in.
Get worse.
He thought would be, the Facebook would block us if we used that word.
Which word? I mean, he's probably right, but what does he think my favorite word is?
Daniel thinks it's your favorite word. He's the one that told me it was.
Oh.
Vagenius.
Vagenius is a very good word. It is a very good word. But I also like shrub. Shrub is a good word. But yeah, Vagenius is good.
Shrub and Vagenius. Yeah. I love this. And Marmite, you better ask a Vagenius what they like about what was it? Vegemite?
Vegemite.
Right?
Yeah, Vegemite. My brother-in-law used to. My sister's ex-husband. He used to eat Vegemite, and
You say it like you say about some kind of kid, like he used to eat paste.
Well, yeah,
I'm like,
pretty sure that's.
you guys can connect the dots, but the genius Vegemite, where are you going to eat the Vegemite? Yeah, we're not going to go there.
Switching cameras
Yeah.
since the other one's frozen up.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm not open and above board with the fact that I'm not safe for work, right?
Oh,
I
hey,
mean-
hold that just reminded me. I didn't hit the stop stream. Hold on a second.
Oh, good job again.
Yep, every
Nice
week.
work.
Yeah, well, it's like after this show, you expect anything different?
No, actually, I